Oh, you ever thought this will only take 5 minutes and then realize that you were comically wrong? Yeah, well, welcome to Parkinson's time. You see, my body and my brain have, well, let's just call it a miscommunication issue. My hands, they're on their own schedule. My fingers are boycotting. My legs, they're just here for emotional support. Suddenly, what should take 30 seconds has now become a full-body strategy session. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how long it takes. Forward is forward, and we're still moving. So let's keep going. You got this.
Okay, so most people, they just tap on their phones and move on. Me, I try to open up one app and my phone opens up like 5. Trying to text, autocorrect turns, hey, how are you, into help, how are you? Swiping, hope you like random screenshots and accidental likes from 2013. And at this point, if I ever text you something really weird, just know that it was a team effort between me and my phone.
Falling asleep with Parkinson's, it's already a challenge. But then try to roll over, and suddenly you're in the middle of a full-scale military operation. You have to analyze the situation, trying to come up with the best strategy, then carefully shift your weight, slowly initiating the move, because too fast, the whole mission's compromised, and too slow, and you're never gonna make it. And when I finally make it to the other side, mission accomplished, job is done, the operation was a complete success. And then my bladder says, hey, switch your weight. Let's go to the bathroom.
In a world where the ground feels shaky and memory is optional, two men will rise, armed with microphones, dry humor, and a suspicious number of pill bottles. They'll face tremors, stiffness, and the ultimate challenge, recording a podcast without forgetting what they were talking about. This is where Parkinson's gets real. This is Life in Motion, the Parkinson's podcast. Rated P for please take your meds first. Now, grab your earbuds, unless you forgot where you put them. Then just turn the volume up because today's episode is ready to go. Now, here are Bryce and Brian.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Life in Motion, the Parkinson podcast. And of course, I'm Bryce, and I'm here with the king of Canadian creativity, my buddy, Brian. Brian, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, but wow, I'm not sure I can live up to that new handle. I appreciate the ad boy, buddy. That's very nice of you.
You know, hey, listen, you got people making coffee cups of things you're saying and all this kind of cool stuff. So I'm like, you are the king of the Canadian creativity. And you know what? It's funny. We're from Canada. And hey, a shout out to everybody out there this morning and who's watching or listening live across the world. But you know that we have a ton of Canadians come by and check out our stuff, but they don't subscribe. So hey, if you're a Canadian, hit that subscribe button. Follow along. Be nice to us. How do you like that?
Nice guys.
Oh my God, we have such a good show for you this morning. We are so excited. We're talking about our life hacks, right? It's all about those brilliant little life hacks that we've picked up with living with Parkinson's. Like here's the thing: if you are living with Parkinson's or you love somebody that is that person, and us and we and everybody else, we have to be brilliantly creative. Right? I mean, there's like things we have to come up with hacks that I have to come up with hacks to things that I never thought I'd have to hack.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
You're so right.
God. dive right into this, Brian, because it's such a we get so many questions like, how do you deal with this and how do you deal with that? And you know what? And you might have some amazing hacks too. So this isn't just about Bryce and Brian today. So in the comments, or whether you're watching a replay or live, you throw in yours as well, right? So we're going to kind of we'll go through them and we'll kind of, you got them, and let's connect and do it. And then also, Brian, everybody's favorite we're going to play today is the Shaky and Fakey. And so that's going to be an exciting round. It's going to be a great day.
Yeah, I saw your note on the Shaky Fakie, and I'm excited for the criteria that we're going to be, critiquing.
Well, it's very creative. We have some very creative people in the audience, so we're going to
right on
blend on creativity. All right, well, let's get things. Let's get going. Blah blah. You know what? Wow. I'm flying. I'm so excited. Okay, let's kick some things off with some hacks that help us get through the day, right? Some are clever, some are clumsy, and some are just weird enough to be genius. And I will start with, I'll start with mine, Brian. I'll go first, and I'll take. So this is my hack number 1, and this is what I call the Stair shuffle. The Stair shuffle. So I'll be honest, I've taken a couple headers down the stairs, and that's always fun, straight down. And I've actually our basement stairs. They're not even that steep, but I've literally been at the top and just looked down and like I'm flying down. So after a couple of those, I had to come up with some hacks. So what I do is now I make sure that I always have like one hand free. Well, actually, that's a rule in the house now, Carmen's like you cannot walk down the stairs with carrying something, right? Like I can't carry a bag. I always have to have one hand free. But my trick is I actually check the stair, like as I'm going down, I check the stair with my heel before I commit my weight on it, right? So it's slow, but you know what? It keeps me upright and it keeps me stylish. And what's interesting about this hack, Brian, to be honest with you, I didn't even realize I was doing it. And then
Really?
like yeah, like so
You
like
just developed it on your own. I didn't know
yeah,
it. Wow,
and
that's amazing.
and it's so funny because everybody talks about those things that you had pre-diagnosis, like like
Right.
the subtle signs and all these things. Well,
Yeah.
and you've talked about before, like you've lost your sense of smell like years before you
Yeah.
were diagnosed, right?
Yeah.
For me, this little stair trick, I was doing this for years before and didn't realize it.
Wow.
So I think unconsciously, my brain, I knew that I was having some, whether they be balance issues or whether they be
Right.
like whatever. So it's crazy. But now I zone into it. So it's like a little check. Let's check it with my heel and come down, and check it with my heel and come down. And so far, knock on wood or whatever you want to knock on, boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
I haven't had a header since. So I'm very thankful for that.
That's amazing. That's good news.
Yeah,
Congratulations
absolutely.
on that.
Well,
So let
thank
me
you.
go. Yeah, let me go with my first one here.
Yeah.
I've got one. I call it the Willie Nelson rail, and what I do
The
is
what? The
the Willie Nelson rail.
The
So
Willie Nelson rail. That's amazing.
yeah,
I like that.
and I'll explain what that is. But what I found, and it was on Amazon actually. I have it here. It's
Oh, okay.
a portable handrail. So this is a portable handrail
That looks like a giant. That looks like an old phone.
Well, it's hello, Chief Mac, right?
I love it.
Where's Agent 99? I don't know, but it's got clasps here, one on each side. You basically, and so when I'm traveling, I can take this to a hotel room. I can use it in the bathroom, whether to assist me getting out of the shower, or you can put it beside the toilet. You put it wherever you want.
What's it do? It snaps on the wall or what?
It's suction cups. Just suction cups on with these, and it holds my weight, so it does a great job. But it really it's been a game changer. So whenever I travel, whether it's by bus, train, or plane, and I'm staying in hotels, I actually take this if I'm staying over at a family or a friend's house.
No way.
And it gives me that extra security. And it's $40 for a pair of two, so $20 a piece. But
no way.
The thing I like about it is, I call it my Willie Nelson because it's always with me.
I was going to say why. Okay, I'm so glad you said that because I'm about to say like, why in the hell? What's that? Why do you call that a Willie Nelson? It's always with you. What does that mean?
And I pack it. It's in my backpack. So, and I always take my backpack because it either holds my computer or my iPad or both.
Yeah.
And when I'm traveling, I always take that definitely for recreation.
That's
but
cool.
Usually for business like this, but these are a game changer. Like for $20, I've got one. I use it. I have one at home, so it stays as I get out of the shower.
Yeah,
it's there. It's the first thing I can grab when I get out. Then I grab my towel.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I highly recommend it.
All right. Well, you know what we'll do, Brian, is as soon as we get done the live here, we'll put the link in the description so people can have a check it out and get have a look at it. But that thing, what I was going to say.
Changer.
I'm so glad you said that you put it in your backpack because I'm picturing you like traveling around with this giant phone. And people are like you're checking into you're coming down like and people are like, what in the hell is that guy holding? Right. But that's amazing. Like that I actually, I think about, I'm wondering sometimes too, if like, if they come in a pack of two, like you can get two of them, like so could you do like a Spider-Man crawl, like boom, boom, boom? You get like almost like crawl up the.
The suction's too good because once you hit that glass, it's locked. Like it is solid. You can't pull it off the wall.
Wow,
it's amazing.
Jane,
it's great. I don't even know how I tripped upon it, but when I saw it, I told my wife, Lori, I said, order me these right away.
Well, I'll be darned. Okay,
I've got one in my outside my shower here. It's permanent.
Yeah.
But the neat thing is they didn't have to drill holes and everything, right?
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
flexible.
exactly. You don't have to have railings everywhere, and oh my God, that's so cool. Well, look at you, Mr. Prop Man. I
I
love
love
it.
show and tell. I love
I
show and
love it.
tell.
By the way, I love your shirt too. But what are we doing here? What are we going
This
Hawaiian?
is
What is
my
that shirt?
this is my Beatles shirt. So this is covered in Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I'm
Oh,
a huge
nice,
Beatles fan.
nice.
Yeah, and you know what? I felt colorful today.
Well, you're a
So
colorful guy.
there
Like,
you go.
come on. You're just matching the thing. That's amazing. Well, that's awesome, Brian. Good. That's a good hack. That was way better than mine. Mine was boring after that.
I'm
So
not
now
competing on who's got the best hack, but I
I
like
know,
where
but
this is
I
going.
feel like the guy that came to the presentation without the PowerPoint, right? Because it's like I'm
Exactly. No kidding, eh?
I'm that guy
No
now, right?
kidding.
It's like,
You
and
always want
it's
to go first with a presentation or an interview because
yeah,
then you're the pair of shoes that they compare everybody else to.
yeah,
I
exactly,
love
yeah.
going first.
I set the bar so low, right? It's crazy,
I didn't have to
and
do much to beat you. Yeah,
and Jane says in the comments, like, so many hotels don't have handles in the right places, if they have them at
exactly.
all. So so there's a
Yeah,
Brian.
we're all different. We're all different heights and weights and everything,
Yeah,
aren't
and
we?
Brian's a double shooter. He just like he brings it.
Yeah.
He brings his own rails. It's amazing. And look at and Dolores here in the comments. She says,
I
I
literally
have one of
borrowed
those, and
my
it's saved me in the shower a few times. It saved me in the shower a few times. That's amazing.
nice.
Okay, well, okay, good tip, Brian. What a start. What a start. I mean, you knocked that thing right out of the park, and that's amazing. And oh my God, Brian, Mr. Tech, looks like he's a little frozen. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to continue on by
Right.
myself here. Oh, there he is. Hello. Oh, there he goes. So there he is. There he goes. I don't know if you can hear me, Brian. I'm going to keep going, but I can't see you. Anyway, let me talk about my second one. So
Yes.
okay, there you are. Okay, oh, no worries. So I guess I complimented your shirt. You're like, you didn't. Maybe you actually took offense to it because you don't want anybody to see your
I
shirt
thought you
now.
put me
So
in
I'm
the
not sure.
belly box. I really did.
No, I didn't touch you, buddy. Not this time. Man, I was excited about you were like flying on that one. So yeah, you're something going with your camera there, buddy. But anyway, let me say this. I have one of the biggest problems that I have, one of the biggest issues, one of the biggest things that I deal with, or that I have trouble with, is buttoning up my shirts. It drives me bananas. It's upside down, and even like if I'm off, like when I first get up in the morning I'm off, there's no way I cannot button a shirt. It's just it doesn't happen. Even when I'm on, right, those little button things, they are absolutely awful. It just drives me nuts. So I had to come up with a hack for that. And this is, again, mine are really simple. I don't have any props like you, but mine are really simple. So what I've done now is I only unbutton my shirts halfway. Okay, and then I hang them up. So that way, when I'm in the morning or whatever, my shirts, since it's like I'm pulling like on a hockey jersey, right?
Yeah.
I don't need any less finger dexterity, and Carmen says it's like I'm suiting up for a game, right? But it gets the job done, and then I only have half of the buttons to do, and at least
Right.
the bottom ones are done, so I can kind of work on the top ones as I go. And for me, it's just become it's done really well for me. It's just something that, again, it saved me the anxiety of it. 'Cause there's days where I'm kind of thinking like, I don't even want to, like, I just
Yeah.
want to wear a hoodie, right? I just want something to pull over my chest,
Exactly. I've done
right?
that.
It's just it's wild. It's wild. And then I heard this. So here's a funny thing though, and I thought I might try to check these out. I've heard of these. They've got these new shirts that are like magnets. Like the buttons are magnets.
Ooh.
And I thought, that might work. You kind of get on and you just kind of like you
Yeah,
kind of flap them together and the magnets come on. My only problem is I'd feel like if I was out somewhere, and it probably happened to me. If anybody, it's going to happen to anybody. It happened to me. We'd be out somewhere and I don't know, the magnets will demagnetize, and then my shirt's just like wide open, and I'll be doing like I don't know, a Fabio thing, walking through a restaurant or something with my shirt wide open. But I don't know.
you could carry that, buddy. You could carry that, no problem.
Yeah, I don't know about that, my friend. I don't know about that. Oh my
If you
gosh.
ever get the buttons all done, Bryce, and you're excited as hell, then you realize you misstepped on one of the buttons, so they're cockeyed.
Oh, Brian, you know what?
I
Yes, I absolutely can. Absolutely. Here's the thing. I almost have a little note when I'm walking out my closet door, and it says, check the mirror, because I've done it. I've actually started like recording like a podcast or a video, and I sit down and I look and my shirt's like off, like it's like buttoned up like that. I do it all the time. Like I think, hey, I worked out, and I'm doing it all wrong. It's just awful. And so It's just unbelievable. Oh man, look at that. Rick uses that. Rick, in the comments as well. Rick, hey, Rick. I bought 2 suction cups from Team for $12. I also travel with them. No surprise, hotels and homes with slippery tubs and floors. Wouldn't be without them getting in and out. Well, I'll tell you, look at everybody. Everybody has these things. I'd never heard of them, but it's amazing. And Julia says that the magnet shirts actually work. Well, that's amazing.
I never heard of that. Look into that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to try it, Brian. I mean, I wonder if they have like a Beatles shirt with magnets. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, they could, but who knows, right? I'm not sure.
Lori, that's the opposite of my magnet shirt, because opposites attract. How would that work?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Know.
I'll tell you. I wonder how strong those magnets are. Like, because I'm thinking, I don't know. My brain always goes the wrong way on all these kind of things, but I'm kind of thinking like, I wonder how difficult they. Can you, can you imagine if you're walking through something and there's like a big magnet and you're walking by and all of a sudden you're stuck to the wall, or something.
What if it would stick to your Yeti cup? You walk on.
You just solved me a problem. If I'm trying to walk down the stairs and I have to have one hand free, I would just take my cup and stick it to my shirt, and then I have one hand free. I'm going down the stairs. No problem.
I like the way you think.
I love it. We just solved another problem.
Next.
Oh my word, that is amazing. Oh man, how about you guys? We're sharing all our hacks, but there's got to be some hacks for you. And maybe what we'll do is, when we get past Shaky and Fakey, what we'll do is we'll maybe have a call out for the people that are live, and we'll get some of your hacks, and we'll talk them on. We'll talk about them as we go on.
I'll go with my second hack. This one I call the Pommel horse of dignity.
The Pommel horse. Look at this. See, why do you think? See, Brian, the Canadian king of creativity.
And I did the Pommel horse in high school. I love that apparatus. Just loved it. So what it is for me.
You Pommel horse? Like you? Could you do that when you were a kid?
Yeah, loved it.
Oh man, I wish we had old video of that.
Oh, dude, I had those Adidas shorts, the real short ones.
Oh, my Brian.
This is the 70s, buddy. This is the 70s.
Like the red Adidas with the 3 stripes down the side. They were okay. I got a vision.
Larry Bird from the Boston Celtics.
Oh my God! You know what I just saw in my head? I saw next week's thumbnail.
Oh, boy. Anyhow, so back to the Pommel horse of dignity.
Yeah.
So at the foot of my bed, I actually have a bench. It's like 4 feet by 2 feet by 1.5 feet or something. But I use that to get dressed every morning. So the reason it's my Pommel horse is I'm leaning on different areas of the bench depending on what I'm trying to complete, whether it's putting on the socks or the shirt or whatever. But it keeps me clean. Basically, I call it the Pommel horse because it helps me with my balance. It prevents those awkward oops.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you hit your face in the railing or on the mattress of the bed or whatever. Because if you're going to wrestle socks, they're going to win. And I'm not. And I remove the oops moments. Right?
Absolutely, 100%.
So it works great. We're moving. The bench is coming, and I'm going to make sure I've got room for it in my room for sure.
That's amazing. I did the same thing. So we're empty nesters, obviously, and I think you were as well. And there's like this little tiny bedroom, like across from our bedroom, and so should I throw my wife under the bus? Probably. My wife has like a million. Well, you know what? She throws. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if she's watching because I bet you if she is, there'll be a comment coming. But she got a ton of shoes, right, and everything else. So anyway, we took this little room, and because forward thinking about getting dressed, and I need space and I need room, is we took this room and we turned it into like basically a giant walk-in closet.
Nice.
And so right in the middle, I've got these like benches, like these 2 benches where I can sit down, to get dressed and put my socks on or whatever. My only problem is, for me, and again, this is just a Bryce problem. It's not a Parkinson problem. It's like I end up piling stuff on the bench, and then I have nowhere to sit because I've got my laptop. Like, if I'm just walking by, I'll just stick things on. So I got to fix that. Oh my God, there we go. See, look at that. And I love my wife. And I love her shoes, and so
Oh,
Yeah.
Lori has a ton of
There
shoes.
you go. But here's the truth. I think I have a little bit of a shoe fetish too, because I love shoes. So, so we have just a ton of shoes. Anyway,
So you got one pair of feet. Like, what do you need? A pair of running shoes, a pair of dress shoes, a pair of sandals.
you never know. Oh, yeah, but in all different colors though. Like just.
Oh my God, you're like my wife.
Yeah, but you got to go with the mood. It's like if I'm wearing blue,
Everything.
I just love it. I love shoes. I just love a nice pair of shoes, and I like them in all different colors. And then I like really crazy socks, right? So if anybody ever wants to send me a gift, send me some crazy socks. I wear the crazy socks, So it's I don't know.
I like the crazy socks. I'm not a fan of this dress shoes and suit with no socks.
I hate that look.
It looks like you can't afford yourself.
I hate that look. That I'll never, I don't care.
That and the baggy pants. Pull your pants up.
Yeah, yeah. And I can't stand it. Right. So my wife is just is letting me know that yes, he does have a shoe. He has a bad shoe fetish.
I'm just glad that I don't know how to chime in on this stuff.
I know. Here's the. You know what my problem, Brian. We were talking about this behind. Before we came out here, that with Parkinson's, and in the comments, let me know if this happens to you, because we both happen to us. I sweat, man, like I'm swimming, right? Like I sweat so much, and it's just I'm just soaked. I'm just soaked and soaked, and so if I don't wear socks in those shoes, I'm going to ruin my shoes because I just sweat so bad.
You'd have tons of blisters.
And blisters too. Yeah, absolutely. And I have a hard enough time walking with, shuffling all over the place. Now I'm going to have to be like kind of pulling my feet around because I got blisters everywhere. So you know what, young people out there, wear some damn socks, man. They're a fashion accessory. And so don't forget that. But anyway, I digress. All right, I'm going to give you another hack here, Brian, and we're going to go to Shaky Fakey soon. But before we do that, here's what I want you to do, Brian. I want you to fix your camera. So I want you to leave and come back, and then I'll do my hack, and then when you come back, we'll do Shaky Fakey. Okay?
Be back, sure.
Because people want to see you. We got to see you for the Shaky Fakey.
I can see you though. I can see everything.
We can't see you though. I'm telling you right now. You're not on. Okay, buddy. All right, here's my one. So. I have, and it's one of the things that really drives me crazy with Parkinson's, and it's something that really it attacks me right where right where it hurts, is I've got this brain freeze where I forget a word mid sentence, and it happens to me a lot. So it's like I feel like people freeze, but my brain freezes on words, and now it's become kind of a joke, because my hack my hack for it is this, is that if I can't think of the word, I give myself a second to think about it, and if I can't get it, then I just completely make something up. So it becomes my word, and somebody, one of our audience, one of our regular listeners, regular viewers, came up with, called them a Bryce-ism, and so I think that's pretty cool, and we're going to go with Bryce-isms. There he is. Hey, Brian, welcome back to the broadcast. So I don't know, you missed it, but what I was saying was when I forget a word, that was one. And so one of my hack is that because I always, I would try to remember it, try to think of it. Instead, now I just make up my own word, right? And now some of our viewers and our audience members have now called them Bryce-isms, so they're becoming a part of this Bryce-ism thing, and I make it up. But that's that's part of my life hack. It's like it's part linguistic jazz, it's part excitement, and it's part keep up with Bryce. So I go with it. What do you think of that hack?
I like it. I like it. I've actually seen you. I've seen you do it.
Well, yeah, you've called me on it a few times, But anyway, we got a running. It's a running joke.
Yeah, we didn't know what it was at the time, but now that it's actually manifesting your ability to communicate, I think it's awesome.
Well, you know what, and as long as we stick to that word. So here it is. If you're a regular, to a regular, if you're a regular watcher viewer, my words now. So like I can say words and people just know what they are, right? They're like, oh, he means this. And so I thank you. I thank everybody for that. And that's just, but again, it's just one of those things where I'd get so nervous I'd get so anxious about even on like this, we're live right now, right? And so I could be so nervous and so anxious, like, okay, Bryce, don't freeze in your head, don't miss a word, don't miss a word, don't miss a word. And to the point now where it's like, if I know I have this little outlet, and so I don't have to get anxious about it, and I don't have to worry about it. And I think that's half the battle with a lot of these hacks. Like even you go back to your I'm still picturing you, Brian, running down in these little Adidas shorts doing the Pommel horse, but even your what do you call those things? The big telephone thing you had there, the wall rockers, rock the walls. How about that?
What,
The telephone, the Spider-Man. I'm going to call those like Spider-Man things. Like
I like that.
Right, like it's like a kind of bam, 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 and climbing up the wall. Those things. What was I going to say about that? I can't remember what I was going to say about that. I have no idea what I was going to say about it. But anyway, these hacks are things that you won't forget, and things that are there to help you. And even that's what I was going to say. Even knowing that when you're having a shower, in the bath, or in wherever you are, knowing that you have that with you, it relieves some of that anxiety and that's going to wear on you, right? 100%. And that's the whole key. That's the whole
key. Travel was a big anxiety thing for me, and you're spot on. This eliminated a lot of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what, Brian? Speaking of anxiety,
it's time.
Get ready for the only game show where the stakes are low, but the side eyes are high. It's time for Shaky or Fakey, the game where one fact is true, one is totally made up, and Bryce and Brian pretend they studied. Will they nail the neuroscience or flunk the funk? Play along in the comments and see if you can beat the bros. Let the Shaky showdown begin.
All right, Brian, it's me against you today, and everybody who's in the chat. So do you know how this works? I am going to make a statement, and that statement is either true, and we're calling that Shaky, or it's false, and that's Fakey. And we've taken statements. We've taken actual comments out of the from either direct messages or in the comments from on the YouTube channel, people's experiences, and you're gonna say whether you think it really happened, or if it didn't happen. So, and in the comments, just put a 1 and put like Shaky, like put like if it's question 1 Shaky and 2 Fakey, and play along and see if you can beat Brian. And I think you had a good week last week, Brian. I think you're out of the you're out, you're coming back. So I took this a little
streak though.
Okay, well, listen to this. I took this a little bit further today. I've actually got some visuals. So I'm going to actually do two cool things.
You have show and tell. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to pop us like this, number 1.
All right, that works.
All right, and you ready? So here is question number 1. And if we're ready, everybody ready? Let's rock and roll. Let's see who can beat Brian. Here is question number 1. Look at that.
I love this.
All right, is this Shaky or Fakey? I cut the side off a cereal box and I turned it into a funnel to help me slide my foot into my compression socks. Okay, so I cut the side off a cereal box and I turned it into a funnel to help me slide my foot into a compression sock. So what do you think, Brian?
I'll be shocked if I get this wrong. I'll be shocked. I saw an article on something similar to this. Yeah, I saw an article on something similar to this. I don't remember whether it was a cereal box or not, but it was the same type of invention. I'm going Shaky all the way.
You're going Shaky, and I'm looking around the comments here, and we got Shaky, James, Shaky. Everybody's going Shaky. Huh. I thought this one would sound really fakey. You know what? And there we go. JD living with Parkinson's. He's with me on the Fakey. But we're wrong. So it was actually Shaky. You are absolutely right, Brian. And looks like, a lot of the people in there in the comments were absolutely with you. I think it's me. I think it's me and JD are the only 2 Fakies are. So anyway, 1 for 1. Good start, Brian. What do you think? What do you think of the new concept? Do you like that little visual? Does that help?
Love it.
Yeah, I had some time.
Absolutely love it.
I had some time yesterday. All right, okay. So 1 for 1. Everybody keeps score, and everybody help me. I need help now. If you're on the live stream, you make sure you keep Brian honest. So 1 for 1, because sometimes we mess this up. All right, here we go. Question number. Oh, I can't believe I just did this. You ready? This is a gimme. Let's see who's paying attention out there.
I take gimmies and mulligans.
Shaky or Fakey? Checking the stairs with your heel before stepping down is a life. Is that a Shaky or a Fakey? I forgot I did that.
I appreciate you doing that.
I wanted to throw one in for that I did myself, and I forgot that I was going to actually talk about it. So we're going Shaky on that one. I think we're going shaky, right? So that's number
I
2.
appreciate the olive branch. That was
There
nice.
you go. That's a 2 for 2. That was a gimme. Everybody in the comments, everybody watching, that was a gimme. I can't believe we did it. Okay. Now let's let the real. This is question number 3. We're going to skip right to it. Here we go. Question number 3, shaky or fakey. Here we go. Question 3. I put frozen peas in my slippers to shock my feet into calming tremors. Question number 3 is I put frozen peas in my slippers to shock my feet into calming tremors. Wow. Let's give it a second here, Brian. Let's let some people get in. I want some people to weigh in on this one because this is a really interesting question. It's a really thing. So we have some number 3. Number 3, we got some fakey, shaky. Oh, it's all over the board, Brian. It's all over the board. Yeah, it's all over the board.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah. So there it is.
Am I.
Oh,
49-51 on this one. I'm going to go shaky. I think I would have used corn, not peas, but I don't like peas.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's vegetable of choice.
Exactly.
And I'm afraid to tell you I completely made that one up.
Okay.
That was an absolute fakey. I'm so sorry, Brian. I'm so sorry.
That's good. You never apologize.
I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. All right.
Following you.
1 for Bryce. Anybody in the comments who said fakey? Anybody who said fakey on that one, just so you know, you're on Team Bryce. Anybody?
You know what? Yeah. I was faking until I opened my mouth to make the answer. I was going to go fakey all along.
You were really?
It was 51-49.
What happened? Well, why did you trust your gut? You didn't trust your gut.
It seemed logical. It seemed logical. No, I didn't trust my gut. You're right.
You didn't trust your gut. There you go.
I failed myself.
There it is. So in the comments, hashtag Team Bryce or hashtag Team Brian. So it's like, here we go. All right, here's the next question. This is question number 4. Question number 4, is this shaky or fakey? And here we go.
Oh, I like this.
All right, I wrap my fork handle with fishing sinkers to make it easier to control during meals. So number 4 is this, shaky or fakey? I wrapped my fork handle with fishing sinkers to make it easier to control during meals. Right?
Fishermen are funny people. They're unique. Like,
and I guess they're eating fish, right? It's like they're eating fish with that fork, I guess, right? This is question 4. Question 4. We got some shakies. We got some fakies. It's kind of going all over the place again. Some shakies, some fakies. Some shakies, some more fakies. What do you think, Brian? Question number 4, shaky or fakey? What do you figure, Digger?
I had a really good friend who passed away too soon from cancer, who was a really big fisherman, and I gotta go shaky for him.
Yeah, you gotta go shaky. All right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, and there's a lot of fakies coming in. That is absolutely shaky. Someone put that in the comments. They actually did that. Yes. They wrapped it. So it makes that weighted fork. You can buy weighted forks, right? It makes it easier to control when you're eating. And they're available. That's I guess, a hack. But that's a kind of a neat little hack. That's just you flip them on your fork, and it's kind of cool. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a really good MacGyver.
Do you fish, Bryce?
I love fishing.
Do you? Right on.
I love fishing. It's cathartic.
If they called it catching, I would go. Because catching sounds like it's going to be. If fishing is you may get one, you may not. Catching, you're going to get something.
Well, it's all about expectations, right? So it's like so for me, I love to catch fish. Like I love it. I love to go through that and catch them. But the reality is, for me, it's like that's a real peaceful place for me to go, right? So if I can sit out somewhere in a boat and just chill out and relax, or on the side of a dock or wherever it might be. Yeah. And so if I set my expectation like, hey, I'm just here to relax and just enjoy it myself, then the fishing's it's extra. And I'll be honest, when I'm there when I want to really catch fish, like I'm going to go catch some fish, I'm going to be, blah, 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 blah. I catch nothing. When I'm like, I don't really care, I just haul them. I haul them. So I do enjoy it very much. I don't do it often though.
I don't either. One of the last excursions I had with my dad before he passed away, we were in Florida. And we went on a deep sea fishing expedition.
Wow, nice.
We caught 75 pounds of grouper, red snapper. It was awesome. It had a huge. My dad knew how to fillet them, so we brought them back, filleted them, had a huge fish fry. It was amazing. Yeah, it was awesome.
I love that. I love that.
Great memory.
Were you wearing the red speed? Were you wearing the red Adidas shorts on that trip?
They were just coming out of style, so it wearing something with Puma on it at that point.
Okay. All right. Do you ever fish from a kayak? No, I've never kayaked before. That scares me. Have you ever fished from a kayak, Brian?
No, I don't like kayaks.
It's scaring me.
Yeah, like they roll over and you're still in it.
I don't like my feet being like I get claustrophobic. Like my feet being
Same.
like kind of
Absolutely.
wrapped up like that. Whoa, it just flips me out. Okay, what do you figure?
Yeah,
What's your score, Brian?
incredible.
What's your score?
I have me down to 3 out of 4 so far.
So 3 out of 4. Okay, so this is question. Is this number 5, Ron?
It is.
1, 2. We did 1, 2,
You're rocking
3,
this.
4. 3 out of 4. Okay, so I've got 6 questions today. Then okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's question
Good to know.
number 5. Right, question number 5. So this is shaky or fakey. Here we go. This is the question. I glued a small magnet under my kitchen cabinet. So I'm going to actually add to this because I didn't have enough room on it. Okay. I glued a small magnet. Okay. This is what it should have said. I glued a small magnet to the top of my pill bottle, and I glued a small magnet under my kitchen cabinet so I can open pill bottles one-handed by sticking the lid to it and turning it. Ooh. Woo, woo, woo. So they glued a pill ball. So think about that. I guess because they can't, like if your hands are shaky and you can't twist things. So magnet on top of the pill bottle, magnet under the counter, stick the pill bottle, twist and turn, and you got your pills. What do you think? Shaky or fakey? This is question number 5. We got a shaky, we got some shakies, and we got some fakies. Brian, they're all over the map today. So we got fakies, lots of fakies, some shakies and some fakies.
This is flaky and fakey.
Fakey.
Yeah. No, you see, the thing is, the reason I say that, most, if not all, pill bottles are childproof. So the magnet wouldn't have the ability to push it down and do that little courtesy thing to allow you, right? So that's why I'm shooting it down.
All right. Well, I see your wisdom on it, and when they put it in the comments, they didn't tell me what type of pill bottle it was, but it was absolutely shaky.
Really?
It really was. Someone actually
I just don't see that working, but okay.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm telling you that they put it. It was like one of their life hacks. It was like one of their Parkinson hacks. Is they put magnets. I'm trying to picture myself with these magnets. Now think about this. Now you wear the magnetized shirt and you bring the magnetized pill bottle. You just stick. I just stick my pills right on my chest. I could just walk around with my pills stuck to my chest all day.
Clear.
In done. Exactly. And you bring your 2 paddles. Those look like you could like
clear.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking that. I was thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Don't worry, back up. Oh, and Miss Lori says, by the way, Brian, you can request non-child-proof lids. And you know what, Miss Lori, I didn't know that. I'm actually going to do that because I hate my lids and I have no children around.
Miss Lori's from Edmonton, right?
She is, yeah.
So that's a Canadian thing. I didn't know
that's a Canadian thing. Well, there you go. Okay. That's a hack right there. Amazing. I'm gonna try that on my next load. On my next load of pills. Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, bonus round. This is it. This is the bonus round.
I need it.
You're what? What are you, Brian? 3 for 5?
No, I'm 3 for 5.
3 for 5. Well, that's good though. You're still on the upper sides. But you don't want to go 3 for 6 because then that's going to be like 50%. You're gonna have a bad week if you go 50%. Okay, here we go. And how about this now? This is the bonus rounds. Now, let's see how many people are beating Brian, and we're going to take the honor system. But here is the bonus question: shaky or fakey? I use shot glasses as pill organizers, and I just tip it in my mouth like I'm doing a shot of dopamine. I use shot glasses as a pill organizer, and I just tip it in my mouth like I'm doing a shot of dopamine. This is questions number 6. And are we thinking that is shaky or fakey? Let us know. Shaky or fakey. This is a big one. This is like a big question. This is gonna make
what's coming through on the wire?
I'm looking over here. We got bonus round. We got a shaky. We got a fakey. We got a shaky. We got a shaky. We got a fakey. We got a fakey. They are everywhere, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm playing
this
game
with my gut.
Good. Okay, go with the gut.
I like this. I like it a lot. I'm going shaky.
You're going with your gut. You're going shaky. And I totally made that completely up, Brian. My God. That was so. I thought that I made that up. I was thinking. I was like lining up. Can you imagine? But I might try it. It's actually might be a really good hack, right? right?
If you're taking 40 to 50 pills a day, that would be brilliant.
Well, but you need 50 shot glasses.
No, because some of those are doubled or tripled up, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And look at this. So, okay. Look at. I had no idea. Well, Rick's like, he does that. So
See?
but I completely made
So right there, I'm
okay,
right.
but Rick, did you ever put it in the comments? Did you ever tell me that? Because I never knew that. I just totally made it up. I just thought that was so funny.
I think that this should be one of those questions that everybody's
Oh my
right.
gosh! Thanks,
You got a guy like
Rick.
chiming in.
Thanks, Rick.
How much more proof can I give than my buddy Rick doing it?
Oh my gosh, that's so
I'm taking
fantastic.
that one.
You're gonna take.
That
Oh,
one.
you're just taking that one. All right.
4 to 6.
Okay. Oh, look at this.
Final answer.
That's great. I totally lost 4%. Oh, so look at that, Janie. Janie said it's like she lost. She was like, no, I lost because she said I went 4 for 6. But that's actually then what Brian's saying is he tied you. But what that would actually have beat Brian.
What, Janine?
Yeah, Janine. Look at that.
She said she went 4 for 6.
She went 4 for 6.
I went 4 for 6. Did
apparently,
go,
Brian went. Apparently, Brian went 4 for 6 as well today. So
do we have a 5 for 6 out there?
So it was a tie. It was a tie. Did anybody go for 5 for 6 or higher? That's what we'll know, and we'll find out right after this.
That's it for this round of Shaky or Fakey, where the facts are fuzzy and the fun is fully intentional. Think you can do better? Sign up to be a guest and take on Bryce or Brian in a future showdown. Just follow the link in the description, and you might be the next contestant on Shaky or Fakey. Cue the awkward outro music.
There you go. All right. Well, that was a good round. Look, we had some 2 for 6, a 2 for 6, and
thanks for being honest.
Janine's like, we're in good company. We're in good company.
We are, Janine.
It's looking like 4 for 6 won the day, unless right. Unless someone
I'm feeling good about myself.
Well, anyway, let us know in the comments, and if you're watching this on the replay, let us know how you do. Play fair now. It's by the honor system.
Yeah, Rick gets the primary assist on that one.
Yeah, well, there you go. And you know what? It's it's like, and please, if you beat Brian, do all caps. So you don't miss it. Oh man! All right, so I've got a couple more, Brian. I want to share, and then I want people, that are here live, and we have quite a few people. What do you have a hack? One of these hacks
that we can to hear from the group. Absolutely.
Right, and we can share it. I mean, you're going to help people, right? I'll give you one of my hacks. I'm actually using it as I speak. So. When I drink coffee, so I have a coffee hack. I got a coffee hack. Nice. And you'll notice, and when you watch, I tend to stick to these, either the McDonald's cup or a Tim Hortons cup, right? And the reason is because of the lids, right? This makes me feel like a grown up without a sippy cup, right? Without a sippy cup,
exactly.
Right, and it does it for me because to me, tremors and hot drinks are not a great combo, right? So I drink from these with these lids. It's not fancy, right? But dry shirts matter way more than aesthetics, right?
Yeah,
that's what I do. And to be honest, someone said to me, "Well, why don't you just use one of those, the take out, the steel, steel cups?"
But for me, Yetis. Like these,
those things, yeah. You know what? We could stick that to. We could actually stick that to to your shirt as well. If you had the metal shirt. Yeah, if you had the metal shirt. But I for me, first thing in the morning, those are too heavy.
Yeah, they are actually.
Right, like they're heavy, and I got to wrap my whole hand around it. Now I'm double fisting this coffee, and I'm wondering, am I so addicted to this that I need it, and I'm trying to pour it down my mouth. So I literally, and they'll give you like I can buy them. They'll sell them to me.
I was going to ask, do you reuse them? Or is it one and done?
Sometimes, sometimes I do. But sometimes when sometimes I do, but it's usually one and done. Yeah, it's usually, and they'll sell them to you, right, for like cheap, because it's like advertising for them.
So you've had a couple of those, and you've had coffee in it, Bryce, and now it's later in the morning or early afternoon.
Yeah,
you want to have an orange juice or something,
or
a Pepsi. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do you, I was wondering, would you rinse that cup out and throw some OJ in it? because you can't really get that cup with OJ if you go to the store to buy it, right? It's a
I
coffee.
could. Yeah, you're right, 100%. I definitely could. But you could ask them. I've asked them before. I've been like, hey, I want to get can you put it
Double
in a
cup.
coffee cup? And they have no problem.
Right
They'll
on. Okay.
they'll put it. They'll just kind of
Good to
do it.
know. That's
Yeah,
a great idea.
they'll actually do it.
I love it.
But normally so for me personally, when I'm in that afternoon, I'm good. Like I'm not off and I'm not as shaky, so
Right.
I can do a regular one,
You can
but
master it. Okay.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
I like
and
that. That's good.
Yeah, it's all right. And Miss Lori, she says, "Oh, I got a story.
All right, Miss Lori.
I had a plastic version for wine and at the ballet. Look at that.
I need to know more
Fancy.
about that. Why is she having wine at the ballet?
And she dropped it.
Dropped it. Yeah. No, we cry over spilt wine.
Oh my God! Hopefully it wasn't red wine. I mean, that would be awful.
Yeah, no kidding. Love red wines.
I've got a really good hack here, and I want and this one I'm going to challenge people to use because I would like to see what happens when you do it and the reaction you get. And this is what it is. So I tend to, and then Brian, I don't know if you do this, but how's your memory with Parkinson's?
So far, I'm good. My cognitive is fairly solid.
Really? Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I'm still guessing bands from the 70s, and my kids are testing me all the time. Yeah, who sings that? That's Carl Douglas. Kung Fu Fighting. I know all that crap.
Well, good. Mine sucks. Mine just sucks. Like it sucks, and it seems to suck.
I'm here for you, buddy.
It seems to suck even more when it's like I get this forgetful thing, right? And I forget to take out the garbage, and I forget. My wife is like, "Hey, did you call Brian and exactly. Did you guys talk about what you guys are talking about on Sunday?" I'm like, "Oh, darn it! I know I forgot that again." Like I keep forgetting these things. So, this is my hack. So for anybody who is like me, and if you are, let me know in the comments because Brian's leaving me hanging like I'm the only one that does this. So if you're forgetful, let me know. But what I do is I literally just shrug and I look them in the face and I say, I have to be honest with you, but it's not my fault. Because I have a progressive neurological brain disorder.
You do.
Fortunately, it doesn't have a cure.
That's true.
And it affects my memory, and I'm trying the best I can. So if you could have patience with me in my forgetfulness, I will try to remember to take out the garbage next week.
So do you typically forget chores or do you forget other things as well?
It's typically chores.
Okay. So are we being selective? Are we being selective in using that card?
I'm being very selective when I don't know if you know.
Lately.
Well, I don't know, Brian. I don't know if you know this, but I have a progressive neurological brain disorder.
Really?
That has no cure. Yeah. So I'm, if I forget, I forget, and I'm sorry, and I need your patience. So I would love someone to try that on somebody. Maybe you could try that on Lori this week.
I'll let you know how long it takes for the swelling to go down, but I'll give it a shot. Sure.
Yeah, I think you should try that, or even on anything. Maybe it's not even a memory thing. You should be like if when you're like. So if people don't know this, Brian's moving this week. So we'll actually be next Sunday. We won't be live. We'll be on at the same time, same place, same bat channel. But it'll be recorded. And it's a new episode, but it'll be recorded because Brian's actually moving. But maybe if someone gives you like the side eye because you're not helping, or maybe you're sitting down, maybe, and they give you kind of that side eye look. Maybe you just look at them and give them that, just let it hit and see what happens. Right?
You know who gives me the side eye all the time? My 3-year-old granddaughter. It is hilarious. I started saying to her, that I've got a progressive neurological condition, she'd go, "Grandpa, I don't have a clue what you're talking about."
Hey,
that's the grapes, would you?
That's the grapes. Yeah. Hit the pickleball, or
she does. She gives me the sideways look, and I love it.
That would be hilarious. So cute. That gives you a little sass, right? That would be
totally. I love
cute.
Sass.
That would be so cute. What is Susan says? I am 4 days on meds. Well, welcome, Susan. Welcome to the club that nobody asked to be in. And my husband came in the room yesterday, and I remembered two things I wanted to tell him. I was so excited, my memory is shot. Is it? Hey, you know what, Susan? I can relate. It's like hallelujah. It's like I actually remembered that, right? Like I actually remembered that. Look at this one. Poodaloo says, "I get Poodaloo." Uh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess. I'm gonna guess my wife's not watching anymore, and I'm gonna say that I get the same thing. I get the really, Bryce. That's all I get.
So what you need to do here's a hack for you. I should have
Yeah,
said this one
let's go.
earlier.
It's hack time, buddy.
Here it is. So here's a hack for you. Get a pad of these and put one in each room. And if I'm sitting in the family room and I'm going to the kitchen, I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to write coffee on it.
Yeah.
So then when I get to the kitchen, if I forget what I'm there for, I wanted to get a coffee.
Well, there you
Grab a
go.
coffee, right? So you won't forget.
You know what my problem is with those, Brian? I'm a writer. I take lots of notes, and Poodaloo said the same thing. Poodaloo said the same thing. But you know what I do? I forget where I put my notes.
No, but see, you're going to be sitting watching TV.
Yeah.
You're going to go, I want to get a coffee. So they're always in the same spot. You just take one off the pad and you write coffee, and then you go to the kitchen. When you get there, you know what you're going to have.
Okay, well there you go.
And then you give it to Carm, and she pours it for you.
Yeah, and look at this. She's just like, oh my God, the drama. So I'm gonna have I think I'm having a conversation. And honey, don't forget, I do have Parkinson's disease.
So. I love the role she's playing here. This is awesome.
Oh my God!
I feel like I got company for a change.
So look what I'm getting. So I'm getting this like
Brian. That is brilliant.
The comments to me
at the beginning of this show.
Well, watch this. Look, here's my comments. Here's the comments. Like Brian, you are the rock star. Here's my comments. Oh my God, the drama. And here's your comments. Brian is brilliant. You are the rock star. I'm like the little guy on the side here. Just the whipping. I'm the whipping boy. I'm the whipping boy this week.
There's always a master and a student, right? I'm the teacher, and when I appear, the student will be ready.
It's like Karate Kid. You're like
lights on, lights off.
Right, lights on, lights off. Sensei, you're the like. I'm like oh ho 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 ho. So I'm like okay. Write a note, take it with me. Write a note, take it with me. Get coffee. But what about this, Brian? You were told in the morning to take the garbage out. So are you writing a note and carrying that note stuck on your forehead the whole day?
What would stop you from taking the garbage out right then and there?
I have Parkinson's disease, and I mean my feet weren't working. I don't know. Okay, so what you're saying is okay. So there's your hack. I'm going to take your hack, another hack. Then what you're saying is don't procrastinate.
That would be a good start.
And maybe let's do it right then.
You came up with that all by yourself. I didn't say a word. Well, all I said was you might want to use one of these sticky notes and put coffee on it. And you created that. Now, what you've created out of that is an opportunity for yourself to let go of procrastination and be more forthcoming and forthright and just do stuff naturally on time. Oh, on time would be a good one for you to set as an example too.
On time. On time. 3 days. Here's Rick. Day 3 of levodopa 4 times a day. Looking forward to day 4 of improvement. There you go, Rick. Rick is newly diagnosed. He, and he was wondering. He says, "What do I do? It's not working well." And then I'm like, "Reach out to your doctor, right? Make sure you talk to your doctor. Advocate for yourself. Go get it." He did. Good job, Rick. I'm proud of you, man. That's amazing. That is amazing. Awesome. And it really is. And I'm right with you, Rick. We've got this. I love it. I love this community. You guys are amazing and awesome. It's not us, right? It's not us. It's everybody's just jumping in and being community and supporting each other, and that's what it's all about. And Brian, that's one thing I missed when I was first diagnosed. I didn't have a community like this. I didn't have any. I was all by myself in nowhere land, Googling stuff and trying to figure it all out.
Totally. Same.
My God, how. To me, the community that's just morphing and growing, out of this is just I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed in a good way.
I've never seen a group of people wanting to see others succeed so much as I do in this environment. It is phenomenal. It's a safe place. You can ask what you want. You recognize that nobody on this call is a medical professional that's giving us advice. They're just giving us their experience. We can choose to do with it as we like. But there's Rick, 4 days in, and he's dove in. He's getting advice. He's providing thoughts and stuff as well. He's valuable to the team, as valuable as they are to him, which I think it's a win-win situation. I just love it.
Absolutely. And you know what's going to happen? The Ricks and the Lisas, these people that are a week in and a week and a half in, you know what?
Right.
They're going to be the ones then a year from now or 6 months, and someone's going to come in just like them, and they're going to say, "Hey, I was there, I did it," and they're just going to support each other, and it almost makes me want to cry, because I tell you, this awful stupid thing that we deal with, we need that, right? And I heard this one time. Call this a Bryce-ism of the week if you want, but if I needs right, if I need somebody, like I want to. I get it. I get the professionals. I'm there. I'm so there. I'm there. But you know what happens? I want somebody who's been there, who knows and can who's been and experienced it before, right? Like someone can read out of a textbook and tell me this is what it should feel like, right? They're gonna but if I can look at you in the eyes, Brian, and you tell me, I'm like, you've been there. You like that I want. That's the support I need. I mean, I get it. I have a great healthcare team and they're amazing, but there's nothing but more reassuring than talking to somebody who's been there, or somebody I don't have to explain things to, right? It's so hard to explain some of the things we deal with. How do you explain freezing to somebody? Like, how do you explain that? Because people don't understand. Like, they're like, well, just move your foot. Well, damn it. Don't you think I'm telling my foot to move? Like, I'm telling my foot to move. I want to move. I know I want to move. I'm like paralyzed. And my brain knows my brain is thinking one thing and my body is not cooperating. And how do you explain that? How do you explain that you could do something yesterday that you can't do today, and then maybe you can do it again next week, and then the week after it won't work again? How do you, like, that doesn't make sense.
You know where it starts? You're right. Spot on, Bryce. I agree with everything you said. And it all starts with being vulnerable, us being vulnerable enough to tell the individuals what freezing is. One of the first things I did when I realized that freezing was going to be my big handicap, and it is, the first thing I did was tell those in my closest circle, my wife, my daughters, my grandkids, whatever. So, and I think I've told this before, but my kids or whoever, will say to me, Brian, can you go light the barbecue and make sure that it's ready? It needs to be going in 15 minutes. We got to start cooking.
Yeah.
Now they'll come and say, "Are you frozen right now? Or are you good?" And I go, "I'm good. What do you need?" "Well, I need you to light the barbecue in 15 minutes. They're doing it proactively, right? It's on us to help educate them. But if it's one person at a time, it takes time. But the whole mantra for Parkinson's Canada, and the reason I wanted to be a volunteer, much more after I learned this piece, they want to make sure that anybody that's diagnosed with Parkinson's, their journey is better than the person before them.
Yeah.
And they want it to be that for the person with Parkinson's. So they want that for Bryce, and they want that for Carmen. They want it for the caregiver as well.
Exactly.
When I found that out, I just started putting my name all over the organization to do stuff and volunteer. And I'm doing like 8 different things now, and I love it.
Well, think about that for a second. I mean, we're here, right? Like, we're here. This is whether we like it or not, we're here, right? And I always say, right, we're in this club that no one wanted to join, but we're in the club, and that's what it is. And we have a choice to make, and everybody, no matter if you just got diagnosed today or 15 years in your battle, like I am, or 10 years, and Brian, you have a choice to make. It took me 5 years, right? It took me 5 years, but I decided that I don't want anybody to spend 5 years like I did. I want them to know from the get, right? That there is life after diagnosis. You can still do things. If you're single, there is love after diagnosis. There's marriage after diagnosis. There's a life that has to be lived and still can be lived. Yes, you have to adjust. Yes, you have to do things differently. Yes, you're going to do things slower, whatever it might be. But damn it, you can live, right? We can do things, and we don't need to be confined and isolated by it. And I think, to me, like you said, I want to leave this place better than I got it, and I want somebody else to have an easier. It's like your kids, right? You always want your kids to do better than you did, right? You give them the best you can give them, the best advice, because you want them to do better than you. And there's no different. Everybody who's coming behind now and is being diagnosed or is in a bad spot, I want them to do better, you know. And if you're out there, no matter where you're at in this journey, you just got diagnosed or you're on the journey, that's what we do. And that's what this is about. And that's what the people that are with us up. So, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And I'm just going to throw this plea out there. We have this inner circle, Brian, is just beyond my wildest imagination dream. I dreamt of a place or something where it was a safe place where people that thought the way we think and what we just said, that want better, that want to fight for themselves, that want to advocate for themselves, could come together in a safe place and talk and share. And it's like this giant support community. And that inner circle is, that's exactly what it's turning into. And I'm going to get really emotional thinking about it because it's blowing my mind. And so
I agree. To me, it's a winner circle without the W, buddy. It's just, it's fantastic.
Isn't it wild?
Fantastic. Yeah.
I'm watching people. I know even in today, like Rick. All the people here. Rick coming in. Hey, I just got diagnosed, and people like people that you're seeing in these comments, like Jane, and saying like, hey, welcome. Welcome. We're here for you, right? We've been there. There's people going through it at the same time. They're encouraging each other with exercise and hacks, and oh my god, and so if you are part of the inner circle, like I'm just so thankful for you and everybody else. And if you want to be part of that, something that I'm telling you is going to help. It's helping me, Brian. Like we do those live calls, and it's helping me. And so anyway,
100%.
there's a link in the description below. Come join us. It's just beyond my wildest expectations, and it really puts my faith back in humanity. That sounds cliche, but it really does.
No, you're spot on. It absolutely is. It's exactly that. Absolutely.
And it's I mean, it's crazy, but I think Brian, and yeah, and I just absolutely, I'm just blown away. This community, you find this Parkinson community, we're all in it together, and we're all trying to figure it out together. And like I said, we talked about earlier, every day is not the same, and we're all snowflakes. Everybody's a little different, but at the core of it, again, we've all been handed this ticket, right? This entrance in this club, and it's how you deal with that is going to make all the difference. And you know what? There are days we can be as positive and as excited as we want, but let's be honest, Brian, if we're honest with each other, there's some pretty shitty days.
Absolutely.
And we all go through it, and we all need someone there.
As Brian likes to say, we don't. As Brian likes to say, we never commit to 24 hours of a bad day. We will have a bad moment within a day, but you should never commit all 24 hours to be in a pissy mood. I'll just put it out there.
Exactly.
Right? Yes, I had one 2 days ago, but I'm over it. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be the driver of the bitter bus on the way to Pity City. You don't want to be the hound dog that's laying on the porch and and the head of the nail is sticking up 1 inch, and he's sitting there moaning because that nail is bothering him, but he's too lazy to get up and move 4 feet to the other side to fix the problem. That's exactly. We don't want to be the dog on the porch. So if I say that going forward, you'll know what I'm talking about. You don't want to be the driver of the bitter bus. You don't want to be the dog on the porch. Right? And I'm not saying that it's Pollyanna and rose-colored glasses. It's not. It's hard. I was out with neighbors last night because we're moving next Saturday. I'm moving an hour and a half east of here, and we were sitting out having a after dinner beverage, and I just started sweating.
Yeah.
Bryce, it was like somebody had turned a faucet on my head and it was pouring. My shirt was soaked. I had to get paper towel and sit there and mop myself. I laughed at it. I made some jokes,
Exactly. Take
right?
the power. Yeah. I feel like when you joke about it, you take the power back from it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm
Yeah,
taking this power back. And I think, Brian, that's what I mean. In those days though, those days like that when you said you had 2 days ago, like
yeah,
you're being the dog on the porch or you're being the driver of
yeah,
the bus or whatever.
yeah,
Like that's when sometimes you need that person again. Maybe you don't want to, maybe it's not your care partner at that. Maybe it's somebody who's
right,
been there, done it, and you just give them a quick call and or a quick message, and they can kind of just be there. And I think even knowing that someone's gone through it, you're not the only one, right? That
right.
there's peace in that. And like Nancy said, Nancy was alone. She said I was alone, widowed, and 3 years ago, and in a town with thousands of miles from kids, no one around. Nancy, you need community. You need people there that you can just talk to. So come join us if you want, or if there's and find a support group in your area, or do both. Doesn't matter. The more you can be in community, the more you can not isolate, the better it's going to be for you during those bad days. And I also when you're having the good days and you're the person kind of helping the other person, man, that feels good, right? Like it
Absolutely.
feels like there's a purpose in what you're doing. And to your point, Brian, I think of it like this. So you're saying, like, you know, don't be the dog on the porch, for days waiting for this thing to happen.
Yeah,
Okay, so we got invited into the club, right? Here we are. We've got this stupid bloody thing. And what for me personally, it's like an expiry date. I don't know when the expiry date is, but I know I have an expiry date, right? As
yeah.
far
It's
right.
a
And
good way of
so
putting it.
do I want to spend the time that I have left
Yeah.
before I hit my expiry date
Yes.
upset, worried about what's going to happen when that happens? Or do I just want to just say, hey, I woke up today. I'm slow, but I'm moving. I'm slow, but I'm going to do it. Right. Like live your life, man. Like go wild, like do the things that we can do today to help prolong this thing and push it as far away as we possibly can. Get those meds right. I'm going to say it again, meds on time, every time, meds on time, every time.
Absolutely.
Exercise, exercise your body, exercise your brain, like let's go, right? And that's what we can encourage each other to do. Let's push this thing as far back because, man, you know what? I'm seeing things where, like, our inner circle, we're gonna all get together. We're gonna, and when that might be a year or two from now, and you all better bloody well be there because we can, you know what I mean? Because we're gonna keep each other accountable to doing
Yep.
the things that we need to do to live the life we need to live. And if you just got diagnosed and you're watching, just believe me, there is life after diagnosis. A diagnosis is not a death sentence. And if you're feeling isolated right now and you're feeling all alone, this is your first step. This is your invitation. This is your step. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this. And if you're just watching and you haven't subscribe and join the comments. That could be the first step, is putting something in the comments. Hi, my name is,
Yep.
I was diagnosed this many years ago. That could
Days
be
ago
it.
in
That
some
could be your
cases.
very first step to community, right? Just
Yep.
making a comment. Wow, where did that go? That was quite I mean,
That's our best rabbit hole yet.
What's that?
That's our best rabbit hole yet.
I think it was a good rabbit hole, right?
Absolutely.
Well, you know what? Here's the takeaway from today's show, right? Living with Parkinson's means getting creative, right? Whether you're making up the words, whether you're wrestling the socks with a cereal box or doing the Spider-Man pulls all the way up the thing, or whatever it might be, every hack helps. It really does.
It does. Yeah, when I started this journey, Bryce, I made a commitment that what jazzed me, what gets me going, what keeps me going, is I made a commitment that I wasn't going to leave a legacy for my grandkids that their grandfather was a quitter and a moaner and a complainer. I was going to leave a legacy that I fought as hard as I could. I gave back as much as I could, and I had fun doing it. And we laughed, we smiled, and we cried, and all for the right reasons. That's why I do this.
I love that. And look at Nancy. So she's 80 years old and she's training for a half marathon. I do have one question. Yeah, I'm serious. That's what she said.
That's phenomenal.
One question: like, my kids are great, but I'm mostly self-conscious around my children. Is that normal? Absolutely, it's normal. 100% it's normal. You're the strong mom. You're the one that, it takes care of them, right? And you don't want to look weak or that they have to take care of you or feel sorry, be nervous and sore. So sorry for you. And I've got 3 kids and Brian's got 85 kids, 85 daughters, I think. But you know what? You get used to it. And I think for me personally, the more you talk to your children about it, the more you talk to everybody about it and bring them in and educate them on it, the less you have to feel self-conscious about it.
Hey, Bryce, here's a good one on that comment, because you're spot on. My 11-year-old grandson was over 2 weeks ago, and I had the podcast going on the living room TV on the wall, and he comes walking in. He's a smug little 11-year-old, right? He's got the swagger. I love it. And he goes, "Hey, Gramps." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "It says you're an expert." He says, "What are you an expert in?" I said, "Well, I'm an expert generalist." I said, I know a lot of things about Parkinson's, and I share that with people in my community and so forth.
Yeah.
He goes, I said to him, "Test me." I said, "Ask me a question about Parkinson's." He said, "Okay." He said, "What are the symptoms and side effects of Parkinson's?"
Whoa.
So I just started, right?
Well,
about 2 minutes later, he said, "Kate, got it. We're good. I'm going now." His cup was full.
Yeah,
His
I got
cup
it.
was full.
That's enough. That's what I can handle right now. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
That's an awesome example of leaving the legacy that I want to.
I love it, Brian. I love it.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
And Janine asks, "Can I get more info?" Absolutely, Janine. There's a link in the description below. And if you click that link, there's a little video will pop up and I talk a little bit about it and you can get all the information and go there. But we'd love for you to join us there for sure. And, with that, look at the message I just got. Meds, baby. So with that, it's time for my meds. But hey, listen, one other thing I want to shout out. One other thing I want to say is, hey, we want someone to come play Shaky and Fakey with us on our next broadcast, next episode.
I would love to have somebody every week. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it is. It's great. So anybody, let's go. There's a forum. There's a link in the description below. It's just a name, address. We'll hook it up and you just come join us. Come play on the air. It's a lot of fun. No, and I'll help you. Don't worry. We'll get Brian.
Oh, he will.
He'll
give you the answers.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna go. And you know what? Until next week. Again, we'll see you next week. Not live, but it's a brand new episode. But until then, how about we stay creative, stay curious, and as always, check the stairs with your heel before you step down. You have a great week, Brian. Thanks, everybody.
You too, bud.
We'll see you next week.
Be well, everyone.
Bye-bye.
You did it. You made it through another episode of Life in Motion. That's 20 to 30 minutes you could have spent folding laundry, Googling your symptoms, or rearranging the 14 pill bottles on your nightstand. Instead, you hung out with Bryce and Brian. That's friendship. Or questionable time management. Either way, we're grateful. Be sure to follow the show, leave a review, or just yell, "I have Parkinson's and I'm fabulous," into your backyard. We'll hear you. Probably. New episodes drop regularly, unless we both forget. Until next time, keep laughing, keep shaking things up, and if you find our train of thought, please return it.